our 25-minute recharge class. Okay, so as most times, what we're going to do, what I like to do at least, is work through our entire body, starting from our foundation, which is the ground, working our way up. Okay, so what we're going to work on first, actually what I want you guys to do, we're going to do some feet stuff, okay, to really drive home that ground up mentality. Okay, so I need you guys barefoot for this. Hopefully you are already. Okay, so we're just gonna work out those muscles in our feet a little bit. Okay, so if you guys can see my feet here, all I want you guys to do is dig your big toes into the ground and try and lift the other four. Okay, so keep your big toe down, try and lift the other four. Okay, you can do one side at a time if you need to. Okay, or if you can do both, do both. Okay, if you're cramping up a little bit, those muscles are just a little bit tight. Maybe we haven't used them this way in a long time. Okay, we're just gonna get you guys to refeel all those little petite muscles that we have in our feet that are very important. Okay, so dig your big toe into the ground. You can see my right foot here on your guys' left in the video. Okay, but I'm digging my big toe in the ground and I'm lifting the rest of my toes up, keeping my big toe down. Okay, give me about 20 reps on each side. Okay, big toe in. Okay, so for me, my left foot, a little bit harder time for my left side, but okay. So big toe into the ground again. Lift those 4 other toes off the ground, put it back down. Okay, give me about 20 reps each side. Okay, once you guys are done with that, now we're going to do the opposite. So we're going to dig the 4 toes in and try and lift the big toe as high as we can. Okay, so dig those 4 into the ground, lift your big toe high as you can. Okay, get up high, real high, real high. Okay, 20 reps each side for this as well. Okay, so 4 toes down, big toe up, reaching through the floor with those 4. Reaching up to the roof with your big toe. Okay, 20 on that side, 20 on the other side as well. Okay, so if you can do both at the same time, you can save some time here. I like to do one at a time just to kind of really focus on that one side. And 4 toes into the ground, through the ground, big toe up, and back down. Okay, we should be close to wrapping it up here, 20 on each side. Okay, now what we're going to do is stretch out the arches a little bit. So all I want you guys to do is put one foot behind you like this, get up on your toes, and just kind of lean your weight down into it so that we're really creating this arch here. So we're trying to shoot our heel up to the roof. Again, we're bending our toes into the ground to really get a stretch in. Okay, we're getting a stretch in that arch there. Okay, so get it up as high as you can and hold it. Okay, if we're having a hard time with this, you guys can get down on your mats. Okay, and set your feet up like that. Okay, and you're just going to sit your weight down. Okay, it's a much easier way to get the feel of that stretch. Okay, don't sit back too far to where it gets too uncomfortable. Sit back enough, put a little bit of weight into it, get a nice stretch all the way through your toes and your arch in the middle of your foot. And this should feel pretty good for most of us here. This feels awesome for me. Especially if you have a job where you gotta wear shoes all day. Especially if you wear shoes that makes your foot form too it. Okay, like all shoes out there. Okay, these will feel great on your feet. Okay, so if you have a little bit of feels a little struggle for lifting the toes, if you start cramping up a little bit maybe, or if it was a little bit painful, something we might want to work on a little bit more. Okay, so be mindful of that. But yeah, now we're gonna go top foot down, and then we'll sit down on our ankles this way. We can lean back a little bit. If you guys want, you can turn this into like a rep, where we're doing multiple reps, where you're putting pressure into it and then taking it off. And if you feel comfortable, you can just kind of sit back and relax here. And now we're going to fold forward into that child's pose. Okay, so we're continuing to sit on our ankles, but we'll take some of the weight away, shift it out forward into our hands. Okay, we'll stay down here for 10 more seconds. Okay, we're going to relax. Yeah, we're going to do an alternating calf stretch just so we kind of go back and forth into. So we're going to get up on both feet, and we're just going to shift the weight. Okay, so we're going to go here, here, here. Okay, so we're stretching one calf at a time. It's going to be the leg that's extended more. Okay, so I just want you guys to alternate legs here. Hold each one for a second or two to get a nice stretch. And the goal here is to dig your heels towards the floor. And that's what's going to get that nice stretch in your calves. Okay, let's go for about 10 more seconds. Good, relax. Okay, while we're here, let's go ahead and get into our one knee stance. Okay, so if you need to grab a pillow, fold up your back a few times to give you more padding under your knee. I'm just going to skip that part for myself. But we're just going to do a quick stretch in the hamstrings up here. Okay, this is a crowd favorite, hopefully. Okay, but front leg here, extend up on the heel, and then we're going to lead with the chest. Just go down as far as you can. If we can't quite reach the floor with our hands yet, you feel a little bit tight in the hamstrings, just leave your hands here on your thigh, okay, without pushing. Okay, so we want our elbows to give here if we're doing this version. Okay, so if you guys see my elbows, turn this way so you guys can see a lot better what I'm talking about. Okay, so I got my leg stretched out. With my elbows, as I lean with my chest, I'm just gonna let them relax, okay? I don't wanna push with my hands, then you're gonna put a ton of tension on the tendons and stuff back here. Probably won't feel great, okay? Okay, but we're gonna go lean with your chest, and just let the arms relax. Okay, this is more just for balance, okay? So I want you to stay down at that end range, wherever it is. Okay, if you can reach the ground pretty comfortably, let's try and go down there. One way you can test if you are regaining some of this flexibility is how far down your hands are getting, right? So if you start like here, where your fingertips are touching, and this is the stretch that you're doing continuously, and maybe then you can get to the middle of your fingers and then to your palms. Okay, so use that as a gauge for what if you're getting better or not with your flexibility. Okay, go ahead and switch sides. The other knee down, bring that back leg in front now, extend it out in front. And leave your chest as low as you can get here. And like I've said in the past, you guys can play around with the knee, okay, whether it's completely straight or just a little bit bent. Okay, play around with it, see which one feels good for you. Some people get more of a stretch from one or the other, just depends. Okay, so it doesn't have to be completely straight. You can have a little bit of flexion in the knee. Okay, as long as everything else is controlled, you will still get a nice stretch back here. Okay, but continue to hold down to that bottom. We'll go for about 10 more seconds. Okay, good. Relax. We're going to go down on the floor here for our quad stretch. So we're going to work today that little more advanced one that I like to do. Okay. So what I want you guys to do is lie on your side. Okay, we're going to take our top leg, put it out in front, and then we'll take our bottom leg, tuck your heel to your butt, and pull. Okay? So in the past, I've talked about how you can kind of roll your chest towards the floor, flat to the floor, and that kind of changes the angle of which your leg is getting stretched. Okay, so you guys can play around with that. If you guys want to feel more of a stretch, okay, what you want to do with this leg is reach it up towards your head. The further up you can get that leg, the further it separates from this one, and the more stretch you're going to feel. Okay, so if you guys want to feel that, just crawl your foot further and further up above your head. Okay, like I said, the higher you can get it, the more stretch you're going to feel. And if it feels good here, just keep it here. If it feels like too much, bring it down a little bit. Okay, so this is the indicator for how much stretch we can get as well. But we also need to make sure that we're pulling heel. Okay, we don't want to just be holding our heel back here. We've got to actually pull the heel up. Okay? Okay, 5 more seconds. And switch. So roll over. I'm going to flip here, just so you guys can see. Okay, so top leg again out in front, bottom leg tucked to your butt, and we're pulling heel to butt, and then work on the height of this top leg. The higher up above your head you can get it, the more stretch you're going to get in our bottom thigh. So we got 20 more seconds. Okay, 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, on your back, we're going to go with our knee pulls. Okay, so one leg flat, other leg, and raise to your chest as far as you can. And we're going to pull with the hands. Again, we'll just hold here. Continue pulling towards your chest. Again, we're just going to hold it there for a little bit. If you guys are having a hard time holding, maybe, if you have access to a corner hold like this, you can also do this to where we're putting one leg on one side of this corner, and I'm just using the wall, so I don't have to do as much pulling. The arms can kind of relax here. And I'm just using the wall. Okay, so we gotta scoop our butt real close to this wall so that we can get this flexion here. So if you do have that option, you can kind of let your body relax from the pull. Okay. We're gonna relax this straight pull, and I want you guys to let your leg fall out to the side. Okay, so I'm just gonna stay on this wall here. But if you guys don't have the wall, okay, I want you to just let your thigh open up, let your knee drop to the side, and then you're gonna pull from that side. Okay, so now we're trying to stretch a little bit more on the inside and growing that inner thigh area. Okay, this one definitely feels much better up against the wall. Also, if you have like a strap, a stretching strap where you can put it around your foot and then just pull the strap, those feel really good too. Yeah, open up your foot, let it fall, let your knee fall, and then you're pulling, actively pulling knee up towards your shoulder. Okay, relax. We're gonna go same side, so I've been working my right leg the whole time. I'm gonna continue to work my right leg. For one last thing, I'm gonna shoot it over my left knee, and I'm gonna lift that leg up. And you can either pull from under the leg here, over the knee, or if you have a wall, works really well for this too. Okay, so you're gonna put your foot up against the wall. And then we're stretching our piriformis, is what we're focusing on here on the right side. Okay, so basically I'm gonna switch sides so you guys know what I'm talking about. Okay, so right in this area, you guys should be feeling a nice little stretch there, and all in this area. That's what we're trying to feel there. This one you don't really need this corner wall, you just need any wall you can stick your foot on. Okay, go ahead and relax. We're gonna go to the other side now. So starting from the pull, okay, so pull to your chest. If you have a wall for this, then awesome. Okay, but it's not necessary. You can use our hands here to pull. Okay, 10 more seconds. Okay, let it fall to the side, and then pull again. Actually, it's this wall again. Okay, so let that knee open up. Toes pointing out, and we're stretching out the inner part of your thigh. Hold it for 10 more seconds. Okay, relax. Now we're going to go into that piriformis stretch on this side. Okay, we'll hold this for 30. And then we'll transition into our hips a little bit. We'll hit some 90-90 and some cat cows, and then we should be good to go. Okay, rest. Let's get into our 90-90 real quick. Okay, we'll hit the hips really fast. Okay, so set into your 90-degree angles with the legs. We'll fold down. We'll actually just go into that rep version we did. Okay, where we're going to fold down, hold for a second or two, and then we're going to put hands behind our back. Heels stay on the ground. We're going to rotate to the other side. Okay, lean in for a couple seconds. Hands go back behind again. Okay, heels stay down. We'll lean. Rotate through the hips. Lean. Rotate through. Lean. And make sure we focus on these rotations here, making half circles within your hip sockets. Okay, don't just go through the motion. I want you guys to feel, okay, get that mind-body connection of what you're doing within your hip sockets, rotating through in this little half circles that we're doing. Yeah? Let's do one more each side. Okay, up on all fours to finish. Okay, cat cows. So, wrists under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Okay, we're gonna go into a deep arch. Squeeze your back all the way through, and then round, nice and high. Okay, nice and slow. You guys are gonna go through this. Okay, and then get a couple more each way. Then I'll give you guys one more thing to do. Just some neck rolls. Okay, so what we're gonna do here, you guys can sit however you want, not important. I like to hang out here. But we're just gonna go nice and slow. Okay, so you're gonna look down as far as you can, and then you're gonna try and work that entire mid-range all the way around, starting clockwise. Okay, so it looks something like this. Look down, and you're just gonna stay as far out as you can, all the way through. Okay, you can draw anywhere from 5 to 10 of these circles one way. Okay, so see how slow I'm doing this here. Always reaching as far toward whatever direction you're going. Okay, reaching the entire time. Do anywhere from 5 to 10 in one direction. Okay, whatever number you land on, make sure you're doing the same amount the other way. Okay. Just loosen out the neck a little bit. Okay, so a little homework for you guys if you guys want to do that. But yeah, thanks for joining me. Hope you guys have a great rest of the day. Enjoy your weekend, and see you next week. Oof.